think if I'm mentally unstable, I have a right to keep my gun. I think that my freedom ends when I become a threat to you and everybody else. Up until then, I can do whatever I want. So there's a middle ground we could find in this country. But Piers Morgan and Alex Jones, if you don't know Alex Jones, Charlie Sheen's a big fan of this guy. He's one of those conspiracy theorist talk radio hosts. I don't know if he buys his own BS or not, but he certainly shovels it out pretty fast. And the theories this guy was spinning last night on CNN, the flu virus, or the flu vaccine, did not come up, as far as I know. But if given enough time, I'm sure it would have.
Why do you want to deport me? Well, we did it as a way to bring attention to the fact that we have all of these foreigners and the Russian government, the official Chinese government. So we did it to point out that this is globalism and the...
Can I just stop? One of the things I really like and admire about these crazy theorists, conspiracy theorists, is they have a way of using language that makes them sound smart, right? And I mean this. I find it really compelling. I can be driving in the car and these guys are on, even, the overnight shows, they talk about aliens and stuff. And they get these guests on that are experts. And they all have something in common. They use a kind of language that when you just listen to it on the surface, it sounds really impressive. You think, wow, this guy is well studied. He really knows his stuff. The problem is if you stop for a second and you actually hear what he said. My dear dad, used to call it union English. And what he meant by that, he was a union man, too. He was a union shop steward in those big manufacturing plants. And, he was a dyed-in-the-wool union guy. But he also recognized that you had a lot of guys, blue-collar guys with an 8th grade education, who were dealing with management, and they wanted to sound smart, so they used what he called union English. And union English, as he defined it, was like this. Regardless of what you might believe, yous are dead wrong here. There's a precipitation of a perception here that's pushed you on the wrong footing, but we're not fooled by it. And you go, wow, that is really, what the hell did he just say? Yeah, that's union English. And he does this too. Alex Jones does this too. When he uses things like the official Chinese government. Not the other.
Yes.
Right? What the hell is the...
Then the suspect proceeded.
As opposed to what other government?
Person really behind the puppet strings.
And the Russian government, the official Chinese government.
The official Chinese government. Doesn't that
Those
sound...
are the one really in power.
What a smart guy, the official Chinese government.
So we did it to point out that this is globalism and the mega banks that control the planet and brag that they've taken over.
Globalism and the mega banks that control the planet.
In Bloomberg, AP, Reuters, you name it, brag that they're going to get our guns as well. They've taken everybody's guns but the Swiss and the American people.
Can you Google mega banks and guns? I want to see where they've admitted that they want to take the guns. Can you find that? You're a pretty decent producer. Can you find that for me? Because it's everywhere, according to Alex Jones.
And when they get our guns, they can have their world tyranny. The Second Amendment isn't there for duck hunting. It's there to protect us from tyrannical government and street thugs. 1776.
Now he's getting really wound up.
Commence again. If you try to take our firearms, doesn't matter how many lemmings you get out there on the street.
All right, so hold on. If the U.S. government, I presume President Obama here, brings in gun control and ties to this, yes, Larry, thank you. I meant to say the official U.S. government. President Obama and the Democrats pass laws that bring in gun control. Then we're going to have to fight the British? Is that what he's... I don't know what he's talking about here. We're going to have to... we got to fight the British all over again. The same result. And then we'll go duck hunting.
76 will commence again. Yes, if you try to take our firearms, doesn't matter how many lemmings you get out there on the street begging for them to have their guns taken. We will not relinquish them. Do you understand? That's why you're going to fail, and the establishment knows no matter how much propaganda, the Republic will rise again when you attempt to take our guns. Don't try what your ancestors did before. Why don't you...
Now he's going to play Piers Morgan directly. Don't try what your ancestors...
Your people.
Your people.
British pansies.
Doesn't almost everybody in America that wasn't native North American have ancestors in...
This guy won
the UK and Europe and...
debate away from a cardiac arrest.
He's a half a debate away.
To take our guns. Don't try what your ancestors did before. Why don't you come to America? I'll take you out shooting. You can become an American and join the Republic.
That'd be like the citizenship test. You go to a gun range, you learn to shoot, and you get your citizenship.
Not a democracy. It's a republic.
As simple as that. Yeah, that's the other one you get. when, the same conspiracy theorists never, ever say that the United States is a democracy. It's a republic, which I thought was, sort of a form of democratic government, but whatever. People get upset about these things. All right, can I play a little more of that, or are we done with that rant? I don't know. I can't decide. I'm enjoying it so much. You know what it reminds me of? I don't understand a word of German, but you ever play back those old tapes of Adolf Hitler? And you're all in, right? You seriously, you are all in. The guy's just so compelling as a speaker. You're nodding your head. You're going, yeah, whatever he says. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do what to the Jews? No, I'm not in favor of that. I like Jews. What are we
It's
doing?
audio, and yet you can see the spittle
Yeah.
flying in your mind.
Yeah, but we could deport Piers Morgan anyway. We did decide that. I'm not totally opposed to that. Just for different reasons. KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio.
This only works in America. Nowhere else. Nowhere else.